Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to use Curriculum Builder to add readings to your course. So, what exactly is Curriculum Builder? Well, what Curriculum Builder does is right inside your Canvas course itself, you create a reading list. And this reading list can include articles from any of the library's databases. And in most cases, it will appear as if it's inside that course itself. So if the student clicks where they see that PDF and click on full text, that PDF article will appear right inside the course. Now, why is there a need for Curriculum Builder? Two important reasons. One, you need to understand copyright. So right now, for like the last 10 years or so, when it comes to what is considered fair use, when you teach an online course, has continually been contested in court by publishing companies, especially in Georgia against the Georgia State University, especially, has been the main hotbed of all these court cases, but it's also happened elsewhere too. And right now, what the courts are saying at this moment, and this could change, I mean, we had just a recent ruling in March 2nd, 2020, so another one could be handed down before we know it within the next year or so, if not sooner. But right now, at least, what the consensus is, no more than 10%. Usually that's interpreted for something book length. So if you're saying, well, what about an article from a journal or a chapter from a book, consider that larger entity when you consider 10%. Second, however, and this still seems to be standing for since about 2014 now, so around 6 years. What you post in your protected Canvas course can only apply for free use for one section. So let's say you're teaching 4 sections of English 4, and you're including a short story by Alice Walker in all 4 of your sections. Yes, it comes from a collection, and yes, it's 10%. But you can only do that for one section. You can't do that for all 4 sections. So that's the general challenge. And of course, this could change at any time, right? There may be a time where the publisher prevails. The publisher is absolutely against this idea of 10%. They think that's way too generous, especially since if it's going to be applied, they want it to be towards that poem or short story or chapter, 10% of only that. And if it ever came down to that, well, that practically limits what we can even put in our own authenticated course, which I know seems silly, but that's where it seems to be going in terms of what's being contested right now. What's nice about Curriculum Builder is that the article, the ebook chapter, the entire ebook, yeah, you can even do that, will still sit on the server from the database. So you aren't, all you're doing is basically linking to it through this reading list software known as Curriculum Builder. Second reason why you will want to use Curriculum Builder is you might say, well, why don't I just provide a link to the article and I'll just, plop that in my course. Okay, I can't put the PDF attachment, but I'll just put a link. Well, as you may already know, if you've already done it, if you click on, say, a link somewhere on the top, let's say that, this isn't a direct example, of course, but let's say we were looking at an article from a database and you were copying and pasting that. Most often, this link that you see all the way up here in this window is a temporary session from the database itself. It's not a link that you can return to after that session ends, which can actually end before you're even done, with your computer browser on at this moment. So that's going to be totally useless if you click and drag and drop that into your student's class, and none of them, that doesn't go anywhere. So what help is that? You have no idea how often I have helped students through phone and chat reference because this was the link that was provided to them. There is something that a lot of databases provide called permalinks. And in fact, why don't I quickly show you what a permalink looks like? Let's say that, you know, we did a search here in Articles Plus. And let's see, we did a search here, by the way, since we're in Articles Plus, it's important, always remember to log in for full access. And let's say that we found an article on climate change. And, Okay, it's going. Okay, and let's say that you come across, in this case, this is a particular ebook. And so we'll go to the record itself, and you definitely want to share this ebook. And as you know, you can't simply, it may not even let you. All these publishers have their subscriptions in this ebook database, but let's say that you had the entire PDF memory of the entire ebook. You can't simply just click and drop that in your online course, authenticated as it is. But if you were going to link to it, this isn't going to take you to anywhere. Instead, what you need to do is click on permalink, and it varies in different databases, and it's this that you want to, you know, copy and paste and put this into your course. Now, that's fine and good, but wouldn't it be nice if all this was more intuitive? Well, that's where Curriculum Builder takes place. And so this part is the introductory video as to why Curriculum Builder is important. Stay tuned for the next recording that will be about where we actually will use Curriculum Builder.